Hello, my friends. It is Jennifer of Jen's Garden, and I am here in the kitchen making my yearly Chive Blossom Boursin. I love chive season. I make the boursin, I make vinegar, I make chive oil. The other day, I had put a post of some chive blossoms asking people, what would you make with your chive blossoms? My sister, love her, said chive boursin. And it was not like she's going to make the chive boursin. She was asking me to make the chive boursin. So here I am making the chive boursin for my sister and me. Making a lot. The recipe I have here calls for 1 packet of softened cream cheese. I'm going to put in my stand mixer. I like using the whisk attachment. And 1 packet or 1/4 pound of butter. Both of these have been softened. And then I've cubed them up for the shortness of this video. Now, because my family is going to want lots of it, I am doubling up this recipe. So I'm doing 2 packages of each. Basically, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. There, make sure all of it gets in. And then it is just a teaspoon of garlic salt or garlic pepper. I'm sorry, garlic salt or garlic powder. You also can add in a teaspoon of white pepper, which I do not have, so I'm just going heavy on the garlic. I know my family, they're going to like it. So making sure that gets all in. I'm going to leave a little bit to incorporate why it is going. This part's going to be loud, so we're just going to cut to the next. This looks about blended or whipped up, if you would. I just put it on a low, maybe 2 or 3 setting to get it all started. And then I put it up a couple notches to make sure that it got mixed up good. So it's good to scrape your sides. And what I'm looking for is just to make sure it is a uniform color, that everything got mixed in together. Could you hear me when I was doing that? So sorry. So I was looking for a uniform color to make sure everything was mixed in. I'm going to knock it off the whisk. And then we're going in for the chive blossoms. I know, because I haven't even talked about the blossoms yet. And that is the name of the game. All right. Okay. Get that tightened in. You can take fresh blossoms or you can do dried blossom. The choice is completely yours. Dried blossoms, if you've dried them yourself and they're looking good, it'll be not an issue. Let me show you my dried blossoms. These are my dried blossoms. Look how pretty and purple they are. Oh, and they smell so good. So you could do some dried, just break them up and sprinkle them in. I'm looking for about 3 to 5 heads. Now I've doubled this up, so I'm going to do half and half. So breaking up the dried, and if I put extra in, it's going to be okay because this is what we like. I'm going to take about 3 of my wet ones here. Not wet ones, but fresh ones. And put them in. I'm getting it all over my counter. Okay. Now, for this point, you are not going to be able to hear me talking when this goes. So let me just tell you what I'm doing. I'm just going to pulse this to incorporate. I'm not trying to break them down. I just want them to incorporate in nicely. So I'm going to do a couple pulses, making sure they're well mixed in. So it's all mixed. I know I told you to do pulses, and if you're using a stand mixer, well, at least my stand mixer doesn't have pulse. So I just cranked it all the way up, but then I put it down quickly. And then I cranked it all the way up, and then I put it down quickly. You could do this in a food processor, and I know they have the pulse. And then I went ahead and I added more flowers because I wanted more flowers. It's really your preference how oniony or chivey you would like it. Me and my family, we're going to like it strong. Also, between that going high, I did scrape down the sides to make sure everything got incorporated in. So let me show you. Oh my God, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. All right. Can you see how pretty that is? Now, if you were pre-doing these for a fancy party, you could take a couple extra dry chives and just put them on top. And the only thing that could make this slightly better is if this was fresh out of the oven warm. Chive Blossom Boursin. Highly recommend it. If you want to taste this yourself and get the recipe emailed over to you, there is a link in the description. Sorry. This is just too good. If you like this video, please follow, subscribe, do all that great stuff. Thank you all. Hello, my friend. This is Jenza of Jenza's Garden, and I am making a complete mess today when making my yearly Chive Boursin. If there's one tip I can give you in making this, it would be cube everything up before you soften it. So definitely cube everything up before you soften it.